But great to be here today. And hey, how many Trump supporters do we have in here? All of us. I don't know about the rest of you, but that speech in front of Congress the other day, that was like, thank God Almighty, we have a real president of the United States of America finally in the White House. Amen. So, was that?
The jury's still out on that.
Yeah, we'll see. It's going to be a lot better than the last one, that's for sure. So, some of you know, I ran the Trump campaign in Virginia, the Commonwealth, Virginia, in 2016 for 10 months. I was real proud to support him. I started in December of 2015. He called me and we met for the first time, and Marie and I went. And back then, there was a lot of interest in his hair for some reason. A lot of people were interested in what his hair really looked like. I had friends tell me, hey, what did his hair look like? And I'm like, wow, you know. But Marie and I went to go visit and met him. And first, let me introduce my wife, Maria, right over there. We've been married for 22 years. So I didn't know what to expect. I mean, I run a very large county. It's Prince William County. It's the second largest county in the state. There are 454,000 residents. I'm elected countywide. It's kind of like being a big city mayor. And it's 54% minority. I knew it was going to be tough. I knew it was going to be very, very hard. I knew that I was going to get a lot of blowback when I decided to head the campaign. But when I walked out of the back room with him and we walked into it was at the Prince William County Fairgrounds, I had never seen anything like that. Anything. I'd never seen that much excitement for a politician anywhere. And that's when I knew that this is truly something different and new. Because this guy, and I've met him a few times now, he means what he says. He is going to change this country around. We're changing it in a positive direction. And we've got to do that because our current governor, Governor McAuliffe, is a gun-grabbing communist.
Preaching to the choir.
Exactly. I kind of figured that. Look, I'm not going to keep you too long. I just want to talk about a couple of things. I'm running because I want to take Virginia back. I've been a very strong conservative leader in Northern Virginia. It hasn't always been easy. In 2007, I led the nation's toughest crackdown on illegal immigration anywhere in the United States. And so far, we have handed over to the federal government more than 7,500 criminal illegal aliens over to ICE for deportation. Our crime rate dropped by 48.7% in 2 years. In 2 years. Now, the Washington Post, they call that a coincidence. We knew it wasn't true. We knew that it was real. And this coming Saturday in Richmond, and by the way, I can't even say it because there might be a couple of kids in here, but I'm holding a big rally down in Richmond. It's to end sanctuary cities in the Commonwealth of Virginia, and we have a few. It's to make sure that the program that we have in place, which is called the 287G Authority, which if you're an illegal alien and you're brought into one of our jails anywhere in Virginia, we're going to check your immigration status, and if you're here illegally, after you've served your sentence for the crime that you've committed, we're going to deport you, not just from out of the state of Virginia, but outside of the country, and make sure that you never come back. That's one of the things we're going to do. So we're doing this rally, we're doing with, you know, one of the things people think illegal aliens, and the left, they always tell us about how mean we are and all this other stuff. Let me tell you what mean is, folks. Let me tell you what mean is. Mean is not doing something when you have criminals in your country that are preying on law-abiding citizens. That's mean. That's cruelty. And we're going to be there with the national head of Project Remembrance, and she leads this organization, and a lot of them, because they've lost family members to murderers, to those who went out and killed their kids, their husbands, their wives, their mothers, by illegal aliens who shouldn't have been in the country in the first place. And they're going to speak. And what I should tell you, though, is, and if you can make it, it's on Saturday in Richmond. But we've got I've been chased all across the state by these protesters. Some of you might have heard about this. There's a whole bunch of them. And they have a counter rally in Richmond against me. It's called the F. Corey Rally. Not kidding. That's what it is. And they're not even ashamed. You know who's coming who signed up for this? A bunch of professors from VCU. That's what has happened to our country. That is what's happened. Political correctness is killing us. It's killing us. And we've got to stand up. We've got to stand up to it. So a few weeks ago, I was in Charlottesville. I went down there because the city of Charlottesville voted 3-2 to take down a statue of Robert E. Lee that had been there since 1924. 1924. So there I was. I was met by a whole bunch of Black Lives Matter protesters, all that other stuff. There were no police. And they were spitting us, pushing us around, the whole works. We had to have Maria escorted back to my truck. And anyway, so they were yelling, hey, hey, ho, ho, the racist has got to go. They were talking about me and all this other garbage. So I was there with a black conservative activist. He's on Facebook. He's got a couple of million followers. He was with me, supports me on this. And they're all white. All those protesters were all white. And he turned around at him and goes, "You're calling me a racist? I'm the only black guy in the crowd." It was really pretty funny. But we're not backing down, folks. We're not backing down. And we have a lot to do. And don't think for a moment that our First Amendment rights are secure. They're not. And don't think for a moment that our Second Amendment rights are secure either. We have a gun-grabbing governor. He has done everything to try to prohibit our Second Amendment rights anywhere in any government building. He's going to do everything he possibly can do. But let me tell you something. I've lost a couple of political battles in Northern Virginia, but I have never, ever, ever backed down, and I never will. Because in the Commonwealth of Virginia, one of the first pieces of legislation that I'm going to sign as the governor of this Commonwealth is constitutional carry in Virginia. So, I really like to piss off liberals. I'm good at it. And so a few weeks ago, I don't know how many of you heard about this, but we decided to call attention to the need for constitutional carry, and so we gave away an AR-15. We had about 3,000. Did anybody sign up for it, by the way? Sorry you didn't get it, man. We had about 3,000 people. That put their names into the hat for this thing. It was won by a veteran, a Navy veteran, great guy. And you know what it does show, though, is that this issue, like the issue of illegal immigration, like the issue of cutting taxes, all those other things, we need to be proud of our Second Amendment rights. We need to be proud supporters of the Second Amendment. We need to stand up, and it's not enough just to say that we're going to defend the Second Amendment in Virginia. It's time we have the right president, and next year we're going to have the right governor, because not only are we going to stand up and protect our rights, we are going to expand our rights in Virginia, and we're going to get constitutional carry passed, and we're going to make sure that we got reciprocity as well. So, I won't keep you much longer. The last thing I'm going to mention is I spent a lot of time battling 10 years now. I've won 4 countywide elections in Northern Virginia, 454,000 people. No other Republican's been able to do it. And I've been able to do this because, in addition to being a staunch conservative, and most people in my county are not, but I've been able to reduce their taxes. And even some liberals like to have their taxes reduced. Taxes today in Prince William County are lower today than they were 10 years ago when I took office. We have slashed spending, and we delivered the biggest tax cut in Prince William County history under my leadership, and I'm very, very proud of that. So, look, folks, in 2016, a lot of veterans are in here, I'm sure. Veterans? How many veterans we got? Well, that's the biggest percentage I've ever seen in any crowd I've been in. Thank you for your service. And one thing that you know as veterans is that it's possible to win a battle and to lose a war. We won a battle in 2016. Don't think for a moment that we've won the war. We haven't. And there's going to be no race that is going to be watched by more people in the entire country than the governor of Virginia, and it's going to send a message. Did we take our country back, or was Donald Trump just a fluke? Was that just a one-time thing? Because in Virginia, we're going to show that not only did we take our country back in the White House back in 2016, but in 2017, we're going to take back the great Commonwealth. Thanks a lot, everybody.